It's July 15th at roughly 1 o'clock, and I'm sitting with Bob Baker. Just do two, so you don't mess up. All right, Mr. Baker, yeah, if you don't mind starting with your background, we can just start there and go forward.
You want a place of birth?
That would be fine, if that's okay. Yeah.
Okay, I was born in Wapato, W-A-P-A-T-O,
Okay.
Washington.
Okay. All right.
And I shortly after, when I was about the third grade, we moved to the Puget Sound area.
Okay. Okay. All right.
And I went to school, through high school in the Puget Sound area.
Okay.
Went to the University of Washington in Seattle.
Okay.
Degree, college.
What was your degree in, if you don't mind me asking?
Civil engineering.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Then, in about 1971, I moved to Denver.
Okay.
Because of job opportunities.
Right. In engineering?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I worked for a home builder down there.
Okay.
I was head of the engineering department.
All right. What was that like?
I wasn't that impressed with it, actually.
Oh, okay. All right.
But in 73, I relocated to Steamboat Springs.
Okay.
And did the same thing there.
Did it get better?
Yeah, it was much better, but it didn't last very long.
Oh, okay. What was Steamboat like when you came?
Oh.
How would you describe the area?
Booming.
Okay.
It was pretty active.
Right.
Probably every bit as much as it is now.
Oh, wow. Oh.
I think actually at that time there was more building going on than there is now.
A lot of people?
A lot of people.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Wow.
And from Steamboat, I relocated to Craig.
Okay.
And started my own engineering and land surveying business.
Did you come here to start that?
No, I came here running a land surveying business and engineering business for another company.
Okay.
A company out of, they were out of, where the heck were they from? Well, anyhow, they soon went bankrupt.
Oh, okay.
And so I took over the business that I had opened. I'd opened a business for them here. I took over that and purchased the hardware and stuff from them.
Okay.
And I was in that business until I retired in 1996. I retired.
Okay.
I started it in 74 and retired in 96.
What was the name of it, your business?
Baker and Associates.
Baker and Associates.
Mm-hmm.
And you did primarily surveying or engineering and surveying?
Engineering and surveying.
Okay. I'm sorry, what was it one more time? Baker and Associates?
Baker and Associates, yeah.
Okay. And how was Craig when you first came?
It was fairly quiet.
Especially compared to Steamboat?
Yeah. And it picked up quite a bit. We got the plant out here. We did the surveying on the first unit of the plant.
Okay.
And also the third unit.
Oh, okay.
And when the plant kicked off, it made quite a difference in Craig. There was a lot of things going on, a lot of land development on.
So you noticed a drastic change then?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Very
And that
much
was,
so.
that came in the late 70s? About like the late 70s, early 80s?
Yeah, late 70s
Okay.
is when the plant kicked off.
Right. Were there a lot of people moving in?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, there's you may have heard about it. It's called Shadow Mountain Village.
Mhm.
It was started by the prime contractor on the plant,
Okay.
and they went out there, and what they did is they built it to 2-house trailers, because that's what, that was going to be the big thing.
Right.
They didn't have time to build houses at that point.
Right.
But it's done quite well for itself. It's still pretty active.
Okay. So, you've been here for a couple years then, at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did the general, I don't know how to word this, the feel of the people, did it change, the people of Craig, the mindset or the friendliness, for lack of a better term?
Oh, certainly the people changed,
Mm-hmm.
because before they kicked off the plant out there, it was 99% agricultural,
Oh, okay.
cattle and farming.
Right.
A lot of wheat farming at that time.
Okay. So a lot of people came in. I've interviewed quite a few people now, and the boom is a big talking point. A lot of people see that really changed Craig.
Yeah.
A couple of people have said that Craig got kind of rough for a little bit there.
I suppose you could classify it as rough. Yeah.
Did you hear anything?
A lot of construction workers
Right.
came in around there. By nature, a little on the rough side.
Right. Okay. So a lot of construction workers.
Mm-hmm.
A little more rough. But how did it feel here still? Was it still?
Well, my immediate background before coming to Craig was in the kind of environment that Craig was developing into.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of used to that.
Okay.
That boom atmosphere.
Right.
So I didn't have much of a problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest problem was I hesitate to say the people of Craig. It wasn't the people of Craig. It was the people that were in charge of things.
Mm-hmm.
The city clerk, the mayor.
Okay.
Those guys I had problems with because I was a newcomer.
Right.
Just brand new to the area, and they weren't that fond of newcomers.
So the people in charge made it difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. In 1977,
Mm-hmm.
I got elected to the city council,
Oh, that's fast. Okay.
which made a pretty big difference.
Right. And what did you serve as?
I was the assistant mayor.
Wow. What was that like?
The day, my first meeting
Mm-hmm.
I went to, when I got out of there, I swore I was going to do everything I could to get out of the city council.
Okay.
I didn't like it.
Right.
It simply wasn't me.
Okay. You didn't like what was it that you didn't like?
Oh, I didn't like the idea of having to or do things for people that they weren't that excited about having done for them.
Okay.
You know?
Right. That makes sense.
It was just it wasn't me
Right.
at all.
Right.
But I stuck it out for 4 years.
Oh wow. Was
Yeah.
that the term length?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, so I got out in 1981.
Okay. Wow. Okay. And in that 4 years, you must have seen kind of the behind the scenes of what was happening then here in Craig.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was there a lot of new policy because of the influx of people?
Yeah, that's one of the things that while I was on the council, I had to learn to live with was setting new policy
Mm-hmm.
for old people.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. New policy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the older people in town, they never did get to the point where they liked us new council people.
Right.
And they certainly couldn't get used to the construction workers.
Mhm.
They just didn't mesh at all.
Okay. That's really good. You're the first person to have noted that. Now, the construction workers weren't here permanently, right?
No, they were temporary.
Okay. When did they start leaving? After the third unit was built at the power plant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe before that, maybe after the second unit, because unit 1 and 2 went up simultaneously.
Oh, okay.
See, so there was a large contingent of construction workers
Mhm.
in town,
Mhm.
living in trailers, and that Shadow Mountain Village I was telling you about.
Right.
That's where they pulled up.
Okay. Did you do the surveying for Shadow Mountain?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did.
How big is it?
Oh, I'm trying to think how many living units are out there, but there's a couple of hundred at least.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that big.
Yeah.
That's very large.
It's now pretty much all permanent residents.
Okay. So it wasn't just abandoned. I mean, it's been repurposed.
No, it's functioning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm sorry, where is that in reference to like here?
Northwest of town.
Northwest of town. Okay. It's not farther than the new high school or anything.
It's due west of the new high school.
Oh, it's west of the. Okay,
Mhm.
so it is further.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right on what we call County Road 7, which is one of the main thoroughfares
Okay.
out of town.
Okay. I do know where that is then. I passed by it the other day. Wow. Okay, well, what was it like being a small business owner in Craig? You know,
It was good.
It was good.
It was very good. Yeah. As far as the amount of work there was to do and
Mm-hmm.
add into it.
Mm-hmm.
As far as being accepted by the old timers of Craig, that was not going to happen.
Wow. Even after all your years here?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Just there are still people in Craig who simply didn't like me as a newcomer, and I was, you know, after all those years, I was still a newcomer.
Wow. Okay. But the new business was still okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
'Cause I've been told that Craig continued to expand for quite some time, so that helped out.
Yeah, right up until this poor economy hit us, it was still expanding.
Okay.
Of course, that stopped everything pretty much.
Right.
But it's starting to pick up again now.
Oh, it is picking up again.
Yeah.
On an uptrend. If you don't mind me asking, did you sell your business? Is it still
I
a
sold it.
business here?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So someone else just took over, but they're still working. Wow.
Yeah, one of the guys who, he had worked for me for 10 years, and then he left and went down south to one of the towns down south, and went to work for them because my business just died off.
Oh, wow. The economy.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But then, when I decided I was going to sell out, I got in touch with him because I knew that he, at one time, had an interest in it.
Right.
And he still did, and so he bought my building and the business and the whole works, which was a very fortunate thing for me.
Right. And, you know, while business was kind of, I guess, moving, if you will, when you first started, and through your, was it 22 years you owned it? What kind of jobs were you working on?
Mostly land development.
Land development, okay.
Where I would do both the engineering and the land surveying.
Oh, that makes sense.
And land development. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was kind of a natural fit for me.
Right. Both surveying and engineering. Did you do more work with the mine or the power plant? I know they had a couple sites that have developed.
Yeah, we did a lot of work for the power plant.
For the power plant.
Both Unit 1 and Unit 3, we did all the surveying, layout work for those, which those are big jobs.
Yeah.
The mines, Bacon Associates is still doing work for the mines.
Wow. Oh, because they're still
mobile.
I don't know how you word that. Moving around.
Yeah.
Okay. What was it like working with them? Working with the power plant and the company?
Our work with the power plants, Unit 3 especially, was through a firm, an engineering firm out of California.
Okay.
That actually got the surveying and engineering work on Unit 3. And so that's who we were answered directly to, was this outfit out of California.
Okay.
It's kind of interesting in that I was talking on the phone to the guy who was running this engineering. He was going to run the Unit 3 thing out. And a guy who I had worked with for a lot of years up north in the Puget Sound area was sitting in his office, and he mentioned this Dave Hudson was his name. And I told him that I knew Dave Hudson, had known him for a lot of years. And so he ended up coming out here, moving his family out to Prague.
Oh, wow.
From, he was in Sacramento, I believe, is where he was. And so then he went to work for me, and he ran our end of the Unit 3 thing, which really worked out nice for me. I had very little to do with it.
That's really awesome. All right.
He was an engineer and surveyor also.
Okay. What was his name again?
Hudson. Dave Hudson.
Dave Hudson. Does he still live here?
No.
Oh, okay.
He retired and moved to Phoenix. One of the offshoots of Phoenix.
Okay.
I guess there's a bunch of them.
No. Engineers?
No, the
the offshoots.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if he'd be another good person to interview. So I asked. All right. So, his business seemingly stayed good for a while.
It did, yeah. It was real good for quite a while, actually.
And do you have any children?
Mm-hmm.
Did they grow up in Craig?
Two of them did. My son and my oldest daughter grew up in Craig. My youngest daughter stayed with her mother, who was my ex, and they finally moved to San Francisco.
Okay.
That's where they are located now.
Okay. What was it like raising a family in Craig?
I didn't have any problems at all.
Okay.
I understood that some people were having problems in the school and in the community itself.
Right.
Kids getting in trouble and that sort of thing, but I didn't experience any of that.
Okay.
No problems.
How did the community feel for like a family environment?
I thought it was fine. I thought it was just fine. No problem.
Oh, okay.
My son now has a mining business. They pit crushers and that sort of thing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And he's doing quite well in that.
Is it out here?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Pit crushers.
His initial business was just out here on First Street, clear out to the end of First Street, out the east end of town, where First Street ends out there.
Do you remember anything about their schooling? Like what was school like for them? Whether it be academics or after-school activities, anything?
Neither one of them had any particular problems. Neither one of them did straight A work either. They were very average students.
That's right.
But they got along fine. They had their clique of friends. Both of them did in school.
Right.
Got along just fine.
Okay. Was there a lot to do as a family, like community activities or anything like that?
Not very much.
Not very much.
No.
What would you do for recreation?
Oh, we would go fishing, or in the wintertime we'd go snowmobiling.
Oh, okay.
That sort of thing.
Where would you fish? Anywhere specific?
Well, we've got the river right here.
Right.
And there are fish in it. And then there are several lakes around. There's a lake that they built, a reservoir that they built.
What is it called?
Elkhead.
Oh, I knew that. Elkhead for fishing.
But it was a city that was primarily involved in building that because they were going to use it for water supply.
Right. Do you do any hunting?
Yeah, I used to hunt all the time. Every chance I got, at least. But I haven't been hunting in 3 or 4 years, I guess.
Okay. I've been hearing that it's been kind of increasingly difficult to hunt freely.
Yeah, it has become.
Why is that?
Well, it used to be that the farmers were pretty and ranchers were pretty easy to get along with. And you know, you could go on just about any piece of property you wanted to, but not anymore. If you go, you usually paid something to get on it.
Oh.
They have what they fondly call a trespass fee.
Trespass fee. I'm assuming that's a new thing?
Fairly.
Hunting.
Within the last, like maybe 10 years or something.
Right.
But that's pretty neat.
Are there any areas that are unaffected by that?
You can hunt pretty much on any of the federal land.
Oh, you can? Okay. So federal land's still open.
Yeah.
All right. That's really interesting.
Any of the government land, the state, federal, and there's a lot of federal land in Milford County.
So, it's less free, but there's still areas you can go.
Oh, yeah.
For elk and deer. And, what's the third type?
Antelope.
Antelope. Wow. I've seen quite a few already. Just driving around.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, antelope are every place.
Yeah.
And deer in town. I mean, you're just driving around town, you're going to see all kinds of deer.
That's crazy.
And I think they stay in town. They don't leave town.
Really?
I think so. We have a 4-point buck that lives during the winter in our backyard.
Wow.
We got a couple of crabapple trees back here.
Okay.
And they dump a lot of stuff on the ground that the deer enjoy.
Right. Wow.
But he's been there for I don't know, probably 4 or 5 years.
He always comes back.
Yeah, he comes back every year.
I didn't realize deer were
whether it's snow
territorial like that. Like they maintain a spot.
They stick pretty close.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought they pretty much wandered around.
Yeah.
Large areas.
Me too.
But this guy doesn't.
No, he comes.
Of course, you never see him in the spring and summer.
But during the winter.
During the winter. Yeah.
Wow. You said 4-point? That's fascinating to me.
And that's a 4-point. That's 8 total points.
Yeah.
Here we count one side.
Right.
Some people count both sides.
I lived in very small town, 300 people in Arkansas. And they always counted both, but I've noticed a lot of people here count one.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to catch on to that. Oh man. So I get a pretty good picture of Craig, and especially Moffat County. Have you done? You said you lived in Steamboat and Craig. Have you done a lot of traveling around the area?
Not so much just around the area. Well, close in. Steamboat and Hayden. But my wife and I, when I retired, we did a lot of worldwide traveling.
Oh, that's where did you go?
Well, we went to Australia and of course New Zealand and Fiji, and then we took a tour down through the Mediterranean.
Oh wow!
There we went across the Atlantic into the Gibraltar, through Gibraltar.
Wow!
Into the Mediterranean.
Right.
Traveled around there, and then we took another trip into the Baltic.
Oh.
All the Baltic states.
Estonia and Latvia?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Estonia, yeah. That was our favorite.
Estonia?
Yeah.
Did you, so you stayed along the eastern side of the Baltics?
Yeah, pretty much. St. Petersburg and...
Oh, you went to Russia too?
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, we stopped in St. Petersburg. We never did get to, the country on the far western side of it's a long, drawn out,
Finland?
Also,
Norway.
Norway.
Yeah.
We never did touch it.
Oh, okay.
Everything else over there.
You went to Sweden and Finland as well?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay.
Germany.
Wow.
Yeah, we stopped in some little country up on the Baltic and took a train from there down to Berlin.
Oh, okay.
And turned around Berlin a little bit.
Wow.
Just so we could say we've been in Germany.
Yeah. That's neat. I've never been to Europe. My father was in the Marine Corps, so I've been all over Asia, but I've never been to Europe. I really want to go to the Baltic states and Finland and Sweden.
Yeah, when I was in the service, I made it to some of the Asian countries, Philippines.
Oh, okay.
And of course, Japan.
Right.
And
what branch were you in?
Navy.
Did you ever go make it to Okinawa?
No, I never did.
I lived there for 3.5 years.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was nice. Wow.
Yeah, it's very interesting. So you were in the Navy. You must have.
Yeah.
That's very neat. Just kind of switching back a little bit. I was just wondering if you could kind of compare and contrast Steamboat and Craig. You've lived in both, and you've seen them both kind of boom.
Yeah, Steamboat's got a lot of high rollers in it.
Okay.
Okay. Big time dealers, wheelers and dealers.
Right.
A lot of it.
Uh-huh.
And I did not like it very well.
Okay.
Fortunately, I was only there for 2 years.
Right.
But Craig never had that mentality.
Okay.
Well, you can go to Steamboat today and wander around the streets and you can pick them out. The big dealers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Craig's not like that.
Not like that at all, no.
Yeah, Craig's a lot more working class. People are very very hard working here.
Very much. Yeah. Yeah, you either got the construction workers or you got agricultural. Both of which are just hard-working mentality.
Right. Aside from the recent economic problems in the United States that are kind of affecting the whole country, do you remember any bust periods, if you will? Any times of kind of an economic lull here in Craig?
Not really.
It's been pretty steady.
It's always been on the upbeat.
Wow.
Since I've been here.
Okay.
Until this latest thing.
Right. That's affecting everyone.
Yeah. Right. Okay. No, there wasn't any bust going on, of course.
Wow.
When I came here, they started the plants. And they've been working on those. And every time they get what they think is a finished product out there, then the government comes up with some regulation that requires them to add some other scrubbers or some weird stuff.
Right.
And that's still going on.
Right.
They just passed what was it? Senate bill. I think it was Senate bill. But it was number 252. And I remember that part. And that's going to require the plant operators to make a bunch of changes out there, improvements.
Right.
They call them improvements. And it's going to get passed back through the rate structure of the power to the
taxpayers.
Yeah, to the taxpayers.
Wow.
And they passed the darn thing.
Is that a state Senate bill?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember if it's a Senate bill or exactly what they call it.
Senate bill.
I know it's 252.
Oh, I'm gonna write that down. Is it environmental or is like worker safety?
It's environmental.
Environmental.
Yeah.
Environmental regulations. 252. That's okay. A couple of people that I've spoken with said they came actually around the same time you did, and I've heard mention of a brown cloud, like smog, really bad pollution in the air. Did you remember that being a problem?
I don't know. Not a big problem. I don't. You know, I don't know if I was not paying attention to that sort of thing and chose to ignore it because it was contrary to what I wanted to believe.
Right.
But I don't remember.
Okay. Just wondering.
Brown cloud.
Right. I mean, we just, in talking about the environmental regulations, I know a few people that have worked at the mine and the power plant said there's been a lot of a push for environmental regulations, really cleaning up. So far, people seem to be fairly consistent in saying they comply very well with this stuff, with all the new regulations being passed.
Yeah, I believe that, well, I don't know if they have a choice, but I believe that plant owners do a good job in upgrading their equipment out there to get rid of the smog.
Right.
I think they do a good job.
Okay. And how are you continuing, or are you continuing first, and then how are you continuing to see Craig grow, prosper, change, anything like that through the last, maybe since your retirement? It's about 20 years.
It's been a growth, but it's been basically a slow growth.
Slow growth.
Yeah, no boom has happened in that time.
Right.
You know, but I think it has been growing.
Have the people continued to change?
I haven't noticed it very much, but since I retired, I've maintained a very low profile.
I see.
I don't get out among them that much. Let my wife take care of that.
Okay. But, you know, growing overall still.
I think so.
Positive trend.
It is certainly slowed down an awful lot.
Right.
Just in these past 3 or 4 years.
Right. Especially since probably 2008. The big crisis.
Yeah.
Do you have anything, just in general, you want to add about Craig, any of your experiences? Anything you've seen that stands out to you? Maybe?
Boy, I don't know. Nothing comes to mind.
Quiet then.
Yeah.
Quiet then. Do you by chance? I've asked a few people this. Can you think of any infamous people? Any local people who've done just everyone kind of knows they do different.
Oh well,
types of
there's
things.
always Butch Cassidy and
Butch Cassidy.
Sundance.
Right.
Yeah, they hold up in Browns Park.
Are there any recent local celebrities that you can think of?
Nothing. No.
I just think it's an interesting question to talk about.
You're going to eventually, I think, interview Don Clifton.
Yeah, actually, he should be coming soon, in August, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he and his wife were going to interview both of them.
Yeah. he had a little incident where some guys escaped from the local jail and ended up stealing his car.
Wow.
That was, oh God, that's been a long time ago. I don't know when it was.
I will definitely have to ask him about that,
Oh,
if you don't mind.
Oh, oh no, heck no. Oh, he'll probably volunteer it.
Do you remember what year that was? Or around what time?
Oh, I sure don't, and I'd hesitate to guess.
Oh, that's no problem.
He's going to nail it down for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. It's been a long time ago.
Okay, that's really interesting. Wow. All right, well, thank you very much.
Well,
I really appreciate it. I appreciate your time.
Good.
It was actually a really, really good interview.